Welcome back, Rare Coin Insider. Imagine holding a tiny coin in your hand, something so ordinary that most people wouldn't even give it a second glance. Yet, hidden within that small piece of copper-colored metal could be a story stretching across centuries, a design rooted in tradition, and a value that might shock you beyond belief. The 1-cent USA 2021 coin, commonly known as the Lincoln penny, appears simple at first, but when you start to explore its details, its history, and the rare possibilities surrounding it, you begin to realize that even the smallest currency can carry immense significance and, in extraordinary cases, be worth an astonishing fortune. This coin weighs precisely 2.5 grams, a standard that has remained consistent for modern pennies since 1982, when the composition shifted from mostly copper to a zinc core coated with a thin layer of copper. The diameter measures 19.05 millimeters, making it one of the smallest coins in everyday circulation, yet its presence in American history is one of the largest. The coin symbol for this denomination is the cent sign, often written as cent, representing 1/100th of a dollar, but despite its minimal face value, collectors around the world know that certain pennies can be worth far more than their nominal value. The 2021 penny continues the long-standing tribute to Abraham Lincoln, whose portrait has appeared on the obverse side since 1909, marking the first time a real person was featured on a circulating U.S. coin. His profile faces to the right, and above his head you will find the word Liberty, while the year 2021 is stamped clearly to the right. Just above, the phrase, "In God We Trust," arches along the top edge, reinforcing a motto that has been part of American coinage for generations. Near the date, you may also notice a small mint mark, either D for Denver or P for Philadelphia, indicating where the coin was produced, and this tiny letter can sometimes make a massive difference in the coin's rarity and value. On the reverse side, the 2021 penny features the Union Shield design, which was introduced in 2010. This shield represents the unity of the United States, with 13 vertical stripes symbolizing the original colonies, bound together by a single horizontal bar at the top. Across the bar is the inscription, E pluribus unum, meaning, out of many, one, a powerful message that reflects the nation's foundation. At the center of the shield, the denomination, 1 cent, is boldly displayed, while United States of America curves along the top edge, completing a design that is both symbolic and deeply rooted in national identity. Now, at first glance, millions upon millions of these 2021 pennies were minted, making them extremely common in everyday circulation. Most people use them without a thought, toss them into jars, or even ignore them entirely due to their low purchasing power. However, within this massive production, there lies the potential for rare variations, minting errors, and unique conditions that can transform an ordinary coin into something extraordinary. Collectors are constantly searching for pennies with double dies, off-center strikes, or unusual compositions, and these small differences can dramatically increase a coin's desirability. What truly captures attention is the idea that a 2021 penny could be associated with a staggering market value reaching up to $123 million, a figure that sounds almost unbelievable. While such a valuation would only apply to an extremely rare and unique specimen, possibly involving a one-of-a-kind minting error or a historical anomaly, it highlights the fascinating world of numismatics where rarity, demand, and condition combine to create immense worth. Coins are not just currency, they are artifacts, each one telling a story, and sometimes that story becomes priceless. Collectors often examine these coins under magnification, studying every tiny detail, from the sharpness of Lincoln's profile to the clarity of the shield lines on the reverse. The condition of a coin, known as its grade, plays a crucial role in determining its value. A coin in perfect, uncirculated condition with no scratches, marks, or where it can be worth significantly more than one, that has been used in everyday transactions. Grading systems like MS-65 or MS-70 indicate near-perfect or flawless coins, and achieving such a grade for a modern penny can instantly elevate its status among collectors. Beyond physical characteristics, the story behind the coin also adds to its allure. The Lincoln penny has survived through wars, economic crises, and technological advancements, remaining a constant presence in American life. The 2021 version is part of that ongoing legacy, representing a modern chapter in a history that began over a century ago. Each coin connects the past to the present, and for collectors, owning a rare variation is like holding a piece of history that few others possess. As you continue to explore the world of the 1-cent USA 2021 coin, you begin to see that its true value goes far beyond its face value. It is a blend of art, history, craftsmanship, and chance, where even the smallest detail can make the biggest difference. And somewhere out there, perhaps in circulation or hidden in a forgotten collection, there could be a penny that defies all expectations, turning a simple coin into a life-changing discovery. As we go deeper into the mystery and fascination surrounding the 2021 1-cent coin, it becomes clear that what truly separates an ordinary penny from an extraordinary one is not just its appearance, but the tiny imperfections and rare occurrences that happen during the minting process. These imperfections, often called mint errors, are the hidden treasures of the coin world, and they are the reason why collectors spend countless hours searching through rolls of pennies, hoping to discover something unique that others have overlooked. A slight misalignment during striking, a doubled image caused by a die error, or even an unusual metal composition can transform a common coin into something incredibly rare. One of the most sought-after features in modern coins, like the 2021 penny, is the presence of a double die error. This happens when the coin is struck with a die that has been impressed more than once, creating a visible doubling effect on the design elements, especially in the lettering or numbers. Imagine seeing the year 2021 slightly duplicated, or the word Liberty appearing with a shadow-like effect. These small details might seem like flaws, but in the world of collectors, they are highly valuable characteristics. The clearer and more dramatic the doubling, the higher the potential value of the coin. Another fascinating possibility is the off-center strike, where the coin is not properly aligned during minting, causing part of the design to be missing or shifted. These coins look unusual and immediately stand out because they break the standard symmetry expected from currency. A 2021 penny with a significant off-center strike, especially if the date and mint mark are still visible, can become a prized item among collectors, often selling for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on its condition and the degree of the error. Then, there are planchet errors, which occur before the coin is even struck. The planchet is the blank piece of metal that becomes a coin, and if something goes wrong at this stage, the result can be extraordinary. For example, a penny struck on the wrong planchet, such as one intended for another denomination or even a foreign coin, would be extremely rare. A 2021 penny accidentally struck on a different metal blank could potentially be worth a fortune because of its uniqueness, especially if it is authenticated and graded by professional services. Collectors also pay close attention to the mint marks on these coins. While both Philadelphia and Denver produced large quantities of 2021 pennies, certain batches or conditions can make coins from one mint more desirable than the other. Sometimes, a mint mark might be missing entirely due to an error, creating what is known as a no mint mark coin, which can significantly increase its rarity. Even subtle differences in how the mint mark is stamped can influence a coin's appeal among enthusiasts. Condition, once again, plays a massive role in determining value. A coin that has never been circulated, often referred to as mint state, retains its original shine, known as luster. This luster reflects light in a unique way, giving the coin a vibrant, almost glowing appearance. Over time, as coins are handled and used, this luster fades, and small scratches or marks appear, reducing the coin's grade and value. That is why collectors often store their coins in protective holders, ensuring they remain in pristine condition for years or even decades. Now consider the concept of rarity combined with demand. Even if a coin is rare, it must also be desired by collectors to reach extraordinary values. The story behind the coin, the visibility of its era, and the excitement it generates in the numismatic community all contribute to its market price. If a unique 2021 penny were discovered with a never-before-seen error or a historical significance tied to a specific event, its value could skyrocket, potentially reaching unimaginable figures like the rumored $123 million. While such a price would be exceptionally rare and likely tied to a one-of-a-kind specimen, it demonstrates how powerful the combination of rarity and demand can be. Interestingly, many valuable coins are discovered by ordinary people who simply take the time to look closely at their change. A coin received in a shop, a handful of pennies from a bank roll, or even an old jar sitting at home could contain a hidden gem. This sense of possibility is what makes coin collecting so exciting, as anyone, anywhere, could stumble upon something extraordinary without even realizing it at first. The 2021 penny also exists within a broader economic context. Over the years, there has been ongoing debate about whether the penny should continue to be produced due to its low value and the cost of manufacturing it. Despite these discussions, the penny remains in circulation, continuing its legacy and providing opportunities for collectors to find rare variations. This ongoing production ensures that new coins, like the 2021 issue, continue to enter circulation, each one carrying the potential for something unique. As you begin to understand these details, the idea of a simple 1-cent coin transforms completely. It is no longer just spare change. It becomes a field of discovery where knowledge, patience, and a keen eye can lead to incredible rewards. And with millions of these coins out there, the hunt is always ongoing, the possibilities endless, and the next big discovery could be closer than anyone imagines. As the journey into the world of the 2021 1-cent coin continues, it becomes even more fascinating when you realize how collectors and experts actually determine whether a coin is truly valuable or just another ordinary piece of change. It is not based on guesswork, but on a combination of scientific examination, historical comparison, and professional grading systems that bring structure to this incredibly detailed hobby. Every serious collector understands that authentication is the first and most critical step, because without proper verification, even the rarest-looking coin holds no real market trust. Professional grading companies play a major role in this process, carefully analyzing coins under high magnification and controlled lighting conditions. They evaluate factors such as surface preservation, strike quality, luster, and overall eye appeal. A 2021 penny that appears flawless to the naked eye might still show microscopic imperfections under magnification, and these tiny details can affect its final grade. Coins that achieve the highest grades, especially those labeled as near perfect or perfect, are extremely difficult to find, which is why they command such strong attention and higher prices in the market. Another important aspect that adds to the mystery and excitement of the 2021 penny is the concept of die states and die varieties. Over time, the dies used to strike coins begin to wear down, develop cracks, or accumulate small defects. These changes are then transferred onto the coins themselves, creating subtle variations that can be identified by experienced collectors. A crack running through Lincoln's portrait or across the shield on the reverse side might seem like damage, but if it originated from the die, it becomes a collectible feature. Some collectors specialize entirely in tracking these die varieties, turning even the smallest differences into highly desirable finds. The metal composition of the 2021 penny also plays a role in its identity. As mentioned earlier, it consists of a zinc core with a thin copper plating, giving it that classic copper appearance while keeping production costs lower. However, Any deviation from this standard composition could make a coin extremely rare. Imagine a scenario where a penny is accidentally struck on a solid copper planchet or another unusual metal. Such a coin would instantly become a headline-worthy discovery in the numismatic world. These kinds of errors are incredibly rare, but they are the reason why collectors remain constantly alert. Storage and preservation techniques further influence the long-term value of coins. Serious collectors often use airtight holders, temperature-controlled environments, and special gloves to handle their coins, ensuring that no oils, dust, or moisture damage the surface. A 2021 penny that has been carefully preserved from the moment it was minted can retain its original brilliance for decades, making it far more valuable than one that has been casually handled and exposed to wear. Over time, even modern coins can develop toning, a natural color change that occurs due to chemical reactions, and in some cases, attractive toning can actually increase a coin's appeal. The market for coins is also driven by auctions, private sales, and collector demand. When a rare coin appears at a major auction, it can create intense competition among bidders, pushing the price far beyond initial expectations. This is where stories of extraordinary values begin to emerge. If a unique 2021 penny with an exceptional error or perfect condition were to be presented in such a setting, the excitement alone could drive its value to astonishing levels. The idea of a coin reaching a value like $123 million may sound unbelievable, but in the world of rare collectibles, history has shown that truly unique items can achieve record-breaking prices when the right collectors are involved. There is also a psychological element to collecting that adds to the value of coins. The thrill of the hunt, the satisfaction of discovering something rare, and the prestige of owning a unique piece all contribute to the desirability of certain coins. For many collectors, it is not just about the money, but about the story and the journey. A 2021 penny found in everyday circulation and later identified as a rare error coin carries a narrative that makes it even more special. Interestingly, the rise of online marketplaces and digital communities has made coin collecting more accessible than ever before. Collectors from around the world can now share discoveries, compare coins, and participate in auctions without leaving their homes. This global connectivity has increased awareness and demand, especially for modern coins with unusual features. A rare 2021 penny discovered in one part of the world can quickly gain attention from collectors everywhere, driving its value higher as more people become interested. It is also worth noting that not every claim of a high-value coin is genuine. The market is filled with exaggerated stories and misinformation, which is why education and careful verification are essential. A coin rumored to be worth millions must be backed by solid evidence, professional grading, and recognition within the collector community. Without these factors, even the most exciting claim remains just a possibility rather than a confirmed reality. As you continue to explore the depth of the 2021 1-cent coin, you begin to see how it represents more than just currency. It is a gateway into a world where history, science, art, and human curiosity come together. Each coin holds potential, each detail matters, and each discovery adds another layer to the ever-growing story of numismatics. And somewhere within that story, the possibility of finding a truly extraordinary coin keeps the excitement alive, encouraging collectors and enthusiasts to keep searching, examining, and believing that the next great discovery is just one coin away. As the exploration of the 2021 1-cent USA coin goes even deeper, it becomes important to understand how the global coin collecting market actually assigns real-world value to pieces that originally started as just 1 cent. The transformation from everyday currency to high-value collectible is not random. It follows patterns influenced by rarity, condition, historical significance, and collector demand. When all of these factors align in an unusual way, even a modern penny can enter a category that most people would never expect. One of the most powerful influences on coin value is rarity, but rarity alone is not enough. A coin must also have a story that makes collectors care about it. For example, if a 2021 penny were discovered with a unique minting error that has never been recorded before, it would immediately attract attention from experts and collectors worldwide. The rarity of being first of its kind can often be more valuable than simple scarcity. In numismatics, uniqueness often outweighs quantity because collectors are not just buying metal, they are buying history, anomalies, and exclusivity. Another important factor is certification from professional grading services, which act as the official authority in determining a coin's authenticity and condition. Once a coin is graded and sealed in a protective holder, it gains credibility in the marketplace. This certification includes a grade number, which reflects how perfect the coin is. A coin graded MS-70 represents a flawless condition, something extremely rare even in modern mintages. If a 2021 penny were to achieve such perfection combined with a rare mint error, its value could increase dramatically due to the combination of traits. Market psychology also plays a significant role in determining coin prices. When collectors believe a coin is rare or potentially valuable, demand increases rapidly, which in turn drives prices higher. This creates a competitive environment where bidders push values beyond initial estimates during auctions. In some cases, emotional attachment and competitive bidding can elevate prices far beyond logical expectations, especially when wealthy collectors are competing for a one-of-a-kind item. The 2021 penny also represents an era of modern minting technology where precision is extremely high compared to earlier centuries. Because of this, true mint errors are less common today, making verified errors even more valuable. The United States Mint uses advanced machinery designed to reduce mistakes, but no system is perfect. Occasionally, human error, mechanical malfunction, or production inconsistencies result in coins that stand out from the rest. These rare mistakes become the foundation of high-value collectibles. Collectors also study something called strike quality, which refers to how well the coin design has been impressed onto the planchet. A strong strike means the design details are sharp and fully visible, while a weak strike may result in faded or incomplete features. A perfectly struck 2021 penny with full detail on Lincoln's portrait and the Union Shield is far more desirable than one with weak or uneven impressions. These subtle differences may not matter to everyday users, but in the collector world, they are extremely important. Another fascinating element is the concept of first strike coins, which are among the earliest coins produced from a new minting die. These coins often have sharper details because the die is in its best condition at the beginning of production. If a 2021 penny were confirmed as a first strike with perfect condition and a rare variety, it could significantly increase its appeal among serious collectors who specialize in modern coinage. As digital marketplaces continue to expand, rare coin trading has become more global than ever before. A collector in one country can instantly view, bid on, or purchase a coin located halfway across the world. This global exposure increases competition and visibility, meaning that rare coins no longer remain hidden in local markets. Instead, they become part of an international network of collectors, dealers, and investors who constantly evaluate and reevaluate coin values based on new discoveries and market trends. This global demand is one of the reasons why extraordinary valuations, such as the claimed $123 million figure for a rare 2021 penny, gain attention. While such a value would only apply under extremely specific and likely one-of-a-kind conditions, it reflects the upper imagination of what collectors believe is possible when rarity, condition, and historical uniqueness collide. Even if only symbolic, these figures highlight the extreme potential that exists within the numismatic world. At the same time, experts emphasize caution. Not every rare-looking penny is actually valuable, and many coins that appear unusual may simply be minor production variations or post-mint damage. Distinguishing between true mint errors and damage caused after circulation requires experience and careful analysis. This is why professional evaluation is always recommended before assigning any significant value to a coin. The emotional aspect of collecting continues to be just as important as the financial one. Many collectors describe the excitement of coin hunting as addictive, because every coin examined holds the possibility of discovery. A simple handful of change from daily life can turn into an opportunity to uncover something rare. This sense of unpredictability keeps the hobby alive and constantly evolving. As the story of the 2021 1-cent coin continues to unfold, it becomes clear that its true significance lies not just in its physical form, but in the world it opens up. It connects everyday life with the rarefied world of collectors, where small details can lead to extraordinary outcomes. And as long as coins continue to circulate, the possibility of discovering something exceptional will always remain, waiting quietly in someone's pocket, jar, or wallet, ready to change everything in an instant. As we reach the final chapter of the story of the 2021 1-cent USA coin, it is time to bring everything together and understand why this small, ordinary-looking penny continues to capture the imagination of collectors, historians, and everyday people across the world. Because in the end, this is not just a story about a coin, it is a story about possibility, perception, and the hidden value that can exist inside things we usually ignore. The 2021 penny, like every Lincoln cent before it, carries the legacy of more than a century of American minting history. From the very first Lincoln cent introduced in 1909 to the modern Union Shield design, each version reflects a different era of technology, design philosophy, and national identity. The 2021 issue represents the most recent continuation of that legacy, produced with high-speed precision minting machines capable of striking millions of coins with remarkable consistency. And yet, even in this highly controlled process, the unpredictable nature of minting ensures that no two coins are ever absolutely identical in every microscopic detail. This is where the true magic of coin collecting begins. Because while millions of 2021 pennies exist, only a microscopic fraction could ever become truly special. A single mint error, a rare die variation, or an unusual strike condition can transform a coin from something worth 1 cent into something that could potentially be valued at thousands, millions, or in the most extreme theoretical cases, figures like $123 million. While such valuations represent the absolute highest end of imagination and rarity, they symbolize the idea that uniqueness in the world of collectibles has no fixed ceiling. But beyond the numbers and the market excitement, there is something deeper that makes this coin meaningful. It represents attention to detail in a world that often overlooks small things. Most people will never stop to examine a penny closely. They will spend it, lose it, or ignore it without a second thought. Yet for a collector, that same coin becomes a subject of intense study, where every line, every letter, and every tiny imperfection tells a story. This difference in perspective is what turns ordinary objects into extraordinary discoveries. The journey of understanding the 2021 penny also teaches an important lesson about patience and curiosity. Many of the greatest coin discoveries in history were not made by experts working in laboratories, but by ordinary individuals who simply took the time to look more carefully. A coin pulled from everyday circulation, later identified as a rare error or high-grade specimen, has the power to change someone's financial situation overnight. That is why collectors always say that treasure is still circulating among us. It just requires a trained eye to recognize it. Another powerful aspect of this coin story is the global community built around it. Across countries and continents, collectors share images, compare findings, debate authenticity, and celebrate discoveries. What was once a private hobby has now become a worldwide network of knowledge and passion. The 2021 penny, like many modern coins, becomes part of this digital age collecting culture where information spreads instantly and rare finds can gain international attention within hours. Yet even with all this excitement, experts always return to one fundamental truth: real value must be proven, not assumed. A coin's worth depends on verification, grading, condition, and market acceptance. Without these, even the most unusual penny remains just a curiosity. This is why the discipline of numismatics is both an art and a science. It combines emotional fascination with strict evaluation standards. As we conclude this journey, the 2021 1-cent coin stands as a reminder that value is not always visible at first glance. It teaches us that history can exist in small places, that rarity can hide in plain sight, and that even the most common objects can hold extraordinary potential. Whether it ends up in a jar, a wallet, a collection, or an auction house, every single penny carries the same chance of becoming something remarkable. And so the story does not truly end here. Because as long as coins are minted and circulated, the possibility of discovery continues. Somewhere right now, a 2021 penny is being overlooked, passed from hand to hand, waiting for someone to notice something different about it. And in that moment of recognition, a simple 1-cent coin could become something far greater than anyone ever expected.